Little Rangers pop quiz because we're trying to figure out if this team is in a free fall, if they're slumping, if they're regressing, have they been overachieving? Is this what they are? So I'm going to give you some players, and y'all are going to vote, will it last? For better or worse with your Texas Rangers. 877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. I'm going to start off with Dane Dunning. I'll give you the numbers, and then you're going to tell me whether it's going to last or not.
All right.
Dane Dunning on the season, 92 innings thrown, 29 earned runs. The ERA is sitting there at a 2.84 with an 8-2 record. Has Dane Dunning overachieved, outperformed, and are we going to get worse numbers in the second half of the season for maybe the Rangers' biggest surprise contributor?
Dunning's major issue, the analytics would say Dunning has overachieved and he is going to have a drop-off. I think mainly because he's more of a contact pitcher. So I think if any of the ones are going to have a drop-off, the smart money will be on Dunning, even though I really like him, and I don't know that he is. I think he's just like a really good pitcher. He's got great movement on his stuff, on his pitches. But yeah, he would be probably one due for a little bit of a regression. But even if he gets to an ERA of 3, that's a regression.
Okay. Bobby?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to regress some. Just the fact that his ERA is a run better than the FIP, and you look at just currently where he ranks on some stuff where it's like, okay, well, what do the peripheral statistics look like? Is he showing decent analytics? Well, it's even still with the movement and the sinker and everything else, it's his hard hit percentage. He's in the 43rd percentile in Major League Baseball. The average exit velocity, 48th percentile. He's still given up some hard hits. His ground ball percentage is actually down from where it's been in recent years, but I think he regresses some. I don't think he's just going to go to a complete free fall. I just think he's more likely around a 4 ERA type of guy, like low 4s. That's where I think he is.
And Pepe, feel free to chime in wherever you'd like. Do you want to chime in here?
Yes, because I believe Dane will regress some. But I think at the end of the season, we will look back and we'll be like, okay, this was one of his better seasons. We'll still take it overall.
Josh Jung, 280, 19 home runs, 56 runs batted in. The WAR is a 2.7. Will it last for Josh Jung, RJ Choppy?
It will. If his OPS was, say, 900, I'd be like, yeah, he's not going to wind up being a 900 OPS guy for his entire year.
It's 835.
But at 835, his OPS plus only 126. Those are definitely doable numbers for him. He may hit a wall. He may hit like a rookie wall. That's going to happen because, I mean, it is going to wind up being a much longer season than he's ever played before. So that might happen at some point. But I don't think his numbers are so astronomically high that he can't keep them even if he does hit the wall.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think this is who he is right now. I think he's still got potential to be a 900 plus OPS type guy throughout his career, but I think right now, yeah, about 835 to 850, I think he can maintain that. He hits the ball really, really hard. Strikes out a lot. You'd like to maybe see a more patient approach at times, but I think he absolutely can keep this up. I think by the end of the year, we're going to be looking at similar numbers.
Yeah, he's going to be the AL Rookie of the Year when it's all said and done. So I think he's going to continue doing well, and I think the offense starts picking it back up too.
Nathan Eovaldi, All-Star. Will it last? 10-3 record with a 2.83 earned run average. And now, a little more responsibility with DeGrom out for the entire second half. Will it last? 2.83 with a 10-3 record.
I'm going to say no. Because he's going to reach an innings that he hasn't hit in a decade. He's going to reach that really, really soon. He's at 117 innings. He has not gone over 100. He had 182 in 2021. He's never had 200 innings in his career. He's easily on pace for that.
His numbers since May. May, he had a .96 ERA when he made the All-Star team, basically. Yeah. In June, a 3.77, and in 2 starts this month, a 2.92.
Yeah. If you notice,
started off rough, and then ERA of almost 4. Yeah. Then it dropped. It went from 4 to .96 from April to May.
Yeah, and look, I mean, His strikeouts per walk is down for his career. His strikeouts per 9 is down. Not for his career, but over the last few years. His strikeouts per 9 is down over the last few years, too. He's doing it in a different way than he's had to before. I wonder, though, because we've seen them have to take him out, after he hits. He may not be going as deep into games or as many pitches as he was earlier on.
There was a fan article about his fastballs, too, a couple weeks ago.
His velocity was going down at the end of his start, towards the end as he approached 100 pitches. And that's kind of troubling. I think he needs this break.
I think he's about this guy. It's maybe he's a little overset, but we've seen him do this before. So I don't think you're looking at any sort of a dramatic drop off. The FIP is relatively close to where he's pitching. He has taken on a ton of innings. He leads the American League in innings pitched. He's had 2 complete games. He was getting run pretty heavily there in May, where he had those starts of 5 in a row where he was going 7, 8, 9 innings, whatever it was. And so he did seem a little worn down. If the fastball velocity can stay up, I think he's consistent. If he still has trouble keeping, the fastball up, then yeah, he'll regress.
Yeah, his last 5 starts, 31 innings, he's only given up 13 earned runs, in 30 days. So, I think a little regression here just because we assume it because he peaked really early in May. But, I don't think as much. He'll still be the ace.
Will it last? In order to try to predict the Rangers' second half of the season, Jonah Heim, 282 average, 12 home runs, 59 runs batted in. His WAR is a 2.9. Will it last for the first half All-Star, Jonah Heim, RJ Choppy?
All of his career numbers say no. I do think it will. I think he has reached a point where he's kind of figured the game out. His offensive numbers are far exceeding anything he's done throughout his rest of his career. Not even close. His career OPS plus is a 92. He's at a 121. League average is 100. So basically he's 21% better than league average OPS plus. Everything about him suggests that this is a career year. I think this continues. I think he just kind of figured things out.
I think maybe a slight regression. Because, you remember he started off pretty hot last year. Yeah. And it was around, after the All-Star break is when things kind of went downhill for him a little bit. So I think you got to guard against that. But I don't think maybe he doesn't finish the year with an 812 OPS like he has right now, but if he's in the 770 range, maybe some slight regression, but I think he's really good.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he stayed around the 280 average all season. He's in a lineup that there's not a lot of pressure on him with the bats in front of him, so I think he keeps it going. Just him and Mitch Garver really switching off time.
He'll get good pitches to hit. The issue, like you said with Garver, how tired is he going to be being behind the plate? It's really hard to maintain a good offensive game when you're behind the plate every day.
Martin Perez, 7-3 record with an ERA of a 4.81. Will it last for Martin Perez? A little bit of a trick question.
Okay, so this is what he is for his career. He's a mid-4s ERA guy. I think that this is what I think last year is being shown to have been a bit of an outlier.
Yep.
2.89 ERA last year. Every other year of his career, he's been 3.6 or above. So I think what we're seeing from Martin Perez this year is just what Martin Perez is. He's going to throw you a lot of innings. He'll get in the 170, 185 innings, maybe a little bit more. Will he have he'll have a bunch of quality starts. But a quality start, still 6 innings, 3 runs. It's still a 4.50 ERA.
What ERA?
4.50. So I think this is what he is. He's just a mid-4s guy.
When you say will it last, are you saying how bad he's been? Will he get any better?
Yes.
No, he will not get better. He'll probably get a little worse. He is getting rocked. He's not striking guys out. It's not been good.
Last one around the room. Ezekiel Duran. Will it last? A 308 average, 12 home runs, 35 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases. His WAR is a 1.8. Will it last for Zeke Duran? Jared Sandler's boy.
I'm going to say yes.
Woo!
He was a very good prospect. He was a good prospect. I like Ezekiel Duran. He was one of the key parts of the Gallo trade. I think we're seeing a good player here.
He absolutely smokes the ball. He hit, and it's stunning to me. Like when you see his build, you wouldn't expect the type of pop that he has under the power. He hits some moon shots, and so I think in general, just how hard he hits the ball, the growth, the development we've seen. Yeah, I think this is kind of who he is.
I'm a firm believer in Zeke. He'll keep it up all season.
All right, so judging by y'all's answers, you do not think this first half of the Rangers season was very fluky, and they'll continue to be a good team. Now, I left out Seager, I left out Simeon, I left out some of the other bullpen pieces. This is just addition number 1, but so far, these are very non-fluky answers that you're giving for the Rangers first half.
Look, they've shown they're a good team. Like they've put together a really nice team. The young guys are, producing well, like Duran and Jung. If Josh Jung doesn't have the same second half as he had the first half, that's fine. Like he may hit a wall at some point, but if he doesn't, then how different is this lineup? Yeah, I'm sure it looks a little bit different.